$12,309.75 in 7 days from a guide on overthinking. And every single visual that sold it, the product mockup, the brand kit, the social ads, was made by one AI tool I hadn't even used before this video. Here is my back end. Let me refresh it again real quick. $12,309.75. But then again, it's not just me. My students all use the same system to get results like these on their PDF stores. And I will put you on to the same system at the end of this video. Today I'm walking you through the whole thing. The PDF, how I built it, where I sold it, and how I used Lovart to handle every design asset from scratch without touching Canva, hiring a designer, or spending a single hour stressing about what my brand should look like. Quick heads up, this video is sponsored by Lovart, and I'll show you exactly how I used it, not just tell you it exists. So here's where the idea came from. I've been noticing that the most common thing people tell me, in comments, in DMs, in real life, isn't that they don't have a good idea. It's that they can't stop going back and forth on it until it's too late, or they've talked themselves out of it entirely. Overthinking isn't just a personality trait, it's genuinely one of the most expensive habits a person can have, and almost nobody's written something practical about it that isn't either a self-help lecture or a $10 hardcover you'll never finish. So the product was a guide called How to Actually Stop Overthinking Every Decision You Make. Plain, direct, no fluff. Something someone could read in 20 minutes and actually use the same day. I built it in Claude. Here's the exact prompt I used, word for word. Write a complete, practical guide called How to Actually Stop Overthinking Every Decision You Make, formatted as a printable PDF. Structure it in 3 sections. Why overthinking happens in the first place, explained in plain language without therapy jargon, a set of 3 specific techniques for making faster decisions without second-guessing them afterward, and how to handle it when you've already made a decision but can't stop replaying it. Write it in a calm, direct voice, like a clear-headed friend who's figured this out, not a productivity guru selling a course. Keep paragraphs short. Add a 1-page quick reference card at the very start with the 3 techniques summarized in 1 line each. Sized for US letter, clean, simple typography, no clutter. Output the layout as clean HTML and CSS so it can be exported directly to a finished PDF. 1 message, and Claude handed back the whole thing. Quick reference card, all 3 sections, fully built out. I went back once to ask it to cut a paragraph in the second section that got a little too abstract, more like a research paper than something a real person would read on a Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. Outside that 1 tweak, 10 minutes total. Now here's where this video gets different from everything else I've done on this channel. Because once I had the PDF, I needed to actually make it look like something worth buying. And my first attempt at doing that myself, basic Canva mockup, generic font, no real visual direction, looked exactly like every other digital product on the internet, the kind of thing you scroll past without even registering it. So I used Lovart instead. This is where I want to actually show you what this thing does rather than just describe it, because it's not really an image generator. It's an AI design agent. There's a real difference. Here's what I actually did inside it. First, I built a brand kit. I gave Lovart the name of the product, the tone I was going for, calm, grounded, a little minimal, and it generated a full visual identity. Font pairing, color palette, logo direction, the whole thing. Consistent across every asset from the start, not something I had to manually match every time I made a new graphic. Then I used the Create skill to generate the actual product visuals. The cover mockup, a few social graphics showing what the guide looked like inside, and a short video asset turning the static mockup into something moving. All inside the same canvas, all locked to the same brand style I just set up. No switching between tools, no rebuilding the look from scratch every time. And here's the part I wasn't expecting. Because I could tap directly into a design element and edit the text on the spot, the whole thing felt more like collaborating with a designer than operating software. I changed the headline on the cover in about 10 seconds, without re-exporting anything. The font generator inside Lovart is also worth mentioning here, because the first font pairing I usually land on is whatever feels safe and generic. What Lovart suggested actually matched the calm but direct tone of the guide, instead of just defaulting to something clean and forgettable. Once I had the brand kit and all the visuals locked in, I listed the guide on Shopify. 1 focused product page, the Lovart designed cover mockup front and center, priced at $17. Here's where it almost died. The first version of the page I put up had a flat, static image that looked fine on desktop, but basically disappeared on mobile. Since most buyers would be hitting the page from a phone, that was a real problem. I swapped in the short video asset Lovart had generated, the one that animated the cover with a slow, cinematic reveal, and the page immediately felt like a real product instead of a file someone threw up for sale. For getting it in front of people, I ran meta ads using the Lovart visuals directly. One campaign, objective set to sales. One ad set, audience narrowed to people engaging with content about anxiety, decision fatigue, and productivity. Specifically, people who describe themselves as overthinkers, not just general personal development. Two creatives inside that ad set, both built from the Lovart assets. One static social graphic, one the short video clip. The video pulled most of the spend within the first 2 days. Spend was $12 a day across the first 3 days. Then I scaled it to $20 per day. For scaling, I do not like tampering with my targeting by adding new ad sets and interests. I just double down on the already performing ones and increase the budget. In the last 7 days, $12,309.75 in revenue. And the entire brand identity, every product visual, every ad creative, built inside Lovart in under 2 hours, starting from nothing. If you're selling anything online and your visuals look like you threw them together in a free tool at midnight, that's costing you money. Not because people are judging your graphic design skills, but because they make a split-second decision about whether something is worth $17 based almost entirely on how it looks. Lovart is $19 a month and genuinely removes that bottleneck. Link is in the description. Now, there's a lot more to this business than I can cover in one video. If I explained every strategy, this would end up being an entire course. That's exactly why I created the passive PDF method. Inside, I walk you through the complete process, from finding profitable PDF ideas, creating them with AI even if you have zero design skills, building a high-converting store, and using the different hidden traffic strategies I personally rely on to generate consistent PDF sales. Then I show you how to turn it into a repeatable system so your digital products can keep selling in the background. You can absolutely learn everything for free by watching my videos and putting the pieces together yourself. But if you want a clear roadmap that saves you months of trial and error, the passive PDF method was built for that. If you're ready to get started, click the link in the description or the pinned comment. And if you found this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe. I'll keep sharing practical, step-by-step strategies you can actually use to build your own digital product business. I'll see you in the next video.